すべての存在は滅びるようにデザインされている。生と死を繰り返す螺旋に私たちは囚われ続けている。これは呪いか、それとも罰か。不可解なパズルを渡した神にいつか私たちは弓を引くのだろうか。
Greetings, NieR fans. If you are watching this video, you are probably angry, tired, and frustrated. So no time for jibber jabber, let's get to it. This will be an in-depth guide on how to get to the bunker on the hardest difficulty in the game. As you know, on this setting, you cannot get hit at all. Let's start. The beginning is not particularly demanding, as it teaches you the basic setup, but it is easy to find yourself dying over and over in this section because of impatience in trying to rush and get to a section where you previously died. Don't worry about all the icons that appear on screen. You don't have to press the buttons when they are shown, or press them at all. You are being taught the controls, but at this point in the flight sections, you should use only two buttons. The fire button, R1 for me on the PlayStation, and the light attack button, which is square on the PlayStation. Don't bother with triangle or anything else for that matter. R1 and square are the buttons you want to make your best friends. As soon as you're given permission to fire, place your finger over the light attack button and get ready to use it heavily. When pressed, the ship will perform a 360-degree slashing swipe that will destroy everything in its path. In the flying segments, this button and R1 are the only buttons that you need to press. What makes this move so good is its ability to destroy the solid purple testicles that are otherwise indestructible. Consider this move as your attack and dodge all in one. Once in Gundam mode, keep hitting light attack while continuing to hold down fire. Now this next part is tricky and requires fast reflexes. As soon as you're inside this tunnel, immediately go as high as possible to avoid hitting the first obstacle. Then down and maneuver around the remaining obstacles. In previous attempts, I kept dying because I was not getting high or low enough, and thus I was hitting the barriers. At that time, I used to press triangle, which performs a whoosh maneuver that grants the ship brief invulnerability. But with practice, I have gotten so good at dodging that now I don't need to use it and I can just focus on maneuvering around. If you have trouble here, go ahead and use the triangle maneuver. The light attack is very useful here, not only for popping balls, but also for destroying ships. Just don't get too close and risk getting hit. This ship has two main attacks. The first consists of the ship spinning around towards you rather slowly. Just stay away from it while shooting and you should be fine. In the second attack, laser beams shoot from all four of its tips. In this case, position yourself between the lasers and shoot with R1 Then tackle the main body. You now get to control 2B for the first time and access your melee and pod attacks. Automata has an extensive melee combat system for 2B, and her moveset is different for each type of weapon, and some moves look really cool. While you might be tempted to use the melee buttons on very hard, I strongly recommend that you don't if you want to complete the section successfully and not set yourself for frustration. On this difficulty, it is way too easy for 2B to make herself susceptible to getting hit, and it only takes one hit to kick you back at the beginning. Of course, if you're a dodging pro, you can go ahead and combine melee attacks with the pod fire, but if you are that good, you probably don't need this tutorial. So, if there is any advice that I hope you remember, is that the R1 fire button and R2 evade button are your gods. Especially the R2 button. I cannot emphasize this enough. Get to know your pod and make him your best friend. Once you are in control of 2B, start firing the pod at those tin cans with R1, while circling around them like I do. Again, refrain from any melee attacks, particularly when there are more than one and grouped together. It takes but one hit to send 2B's booty back to the start. Don't get too close, or they can hit you, but don't keep too far either, or you can get stuck in the props on the edges of this arena, which can also lead to your demise. When this row of stubbies falls down, start with the ones on either end and kill them one by one. Focus on one at a time till they go down rather than firing aimlessly at all of them. Keep moving to avoid getting hit by the purple balls and either shoot or avoid them. This medium biped is easy to dispatch. Keep shooting and don't let him get too close, and if he does, press R2 to evade. This buzzsaw is your first real challenge and a good spot to die as well, so don't let that happen. Throughout this fight, keep your finger on the pod fire button and don't let go. Some guides will tell you to stay in the middle, but once the saw begins one of its attacks, I immediately move right and I dodge by smashing the R2 button continuously. The saw typically has two attacks, one from above and one in which the saw is parallel to the floor and moves in on 2B to slice her up. The second one is particularly dangerous. For both, dodge and don't stop dodging until you know for sure that the danger is gone. This is when the saw slows down its blades. At that point, unleash a series of melee attacks on the buzzsaw. You can press a combination of triangle, heavy attack, and square, light attack, or just spam the light attack button while continuously firing with the pod. This is one of the very few places in the prologue where you can use melee attacks safely on the enemy. Once the pod program has finished downloading, fire it at the beast with L1 and keep firing each time it becomes available. The damage it does will help you. Be careful shooting this platform. If 2B is under when it falls, it will kill her on very hard. Don't be a dummy like I was and shoot it from a distance. This stubby can kill you if you rush, as he will dash towards you and you may not get to kill him in time. Unlike what I did here, if he gets too close, shoot then retreat on this hallway and keep your distance while shooting until he's toast. For this row of enemies, the pod laser blast is very useful. Try taking them one at a time instead of firing aimlessly at all of them. From time to time, shoot at the balls coming your way and don't stay in one place too long. Do not go forward here, as you'll be rewarded with stubbies falling from above, and you'll be trapped in this walkway with many on both sides. A recipe for disaster. There is no need to go that way. Jump left instead, kill the 2 flyers, and go up the platforms. Enter this room and be prepared for a challenging closed arena. 6 stubbies will fall from above and surround you on all sides, and the door will lock. You want to keep them grouped together. That way you have them all in your field of view, and you can also blast them with the laser. Have your laser ready when these flyers appear. Never stand still against these enemies and try not to get surrounded by them. Like with the stubbies, try to get them grouped together. That way you have them in your sights at all times, and you can blast them with the pod. Before you kill the last flyer, situate yourself near one of the 2 door entrances. Once the last flyer is destroyed, 2 rows of stationary stubbies will fall on both sides of the room. Make sure you are not too close to any of them, and try taking them out 1 row at a time. Use the pod laser to speed up their destruction, and don't stay still for too long. Once you are done with this row, move to the other side of the room and do the same. Here, move slowly until you can hit the stubby. Kill it, then aim for the flyer swooping from the upper left. Careful, because a second flyer will also appear on the upper right. Kill the right one and another stubby and keep going. Kill the stubby and run for the door. Several flyers will swoop from the sides, but there is no need to risk engaging them. Keep 2 booty running. Be very careful on this stairway. I cannot remember how many times I was killed by this jerk. Try using the pod laser like I did here, and under no circumstance let him get too close. Be careful about his jumps. Patience is key here. You don't want to die now, and not to this little guy. This is yet another dangerous spot that can spell the end. Simply run while avoiding the flying testicles. No need to jump, as 2B can fall right on one of them. Be careful on this walkway and move slowly as you blast these 2 stubbies. Just run through this room. Don't even engage. Just run. Eliminate these 4 stubbies patiently with a combination of pod fire and laser blast. This is the second and last enclosed room where your focus needs to be focused. We are almost at the end. Here, pod fire will not work on these armored stubbies, so press triangle or heavy attack to have 2B use her long sword. It will break the armor and you can then eliminate them with pod fire. Be careful when you use the sword. Hit them from a safe enough distance so that they won't hit 2B while she's still swinging. The same method applies for the armored medium bipeds. Break their shields, then blast them with pod fire and the laser. It is up to you to decide whether to break both shields at the same time but if possible, I recommend tackling one at a time. Break shield, kill biped, then break shield and kill the other biped, unlike what I did here. If both have their shields broken, they will be more aggressive and one can kill you while trying to deal with the other. Once they are out of the way, a row of stationary stubbies will drop in the upper area of the room. Take the upper row one at a time, then move to the bottom and take out another row that just appeared. Immediately after the second row is eliminated, 3 more will drop down at the bottom and 3 more at the top. The bubbles from the top ones will make their way to you, so be careful. I had to move up to take care of those first. Once they are all gone, the doors will unlock. You are almost there. These double buzz saws are an unending problem because of their random attacks. You never know what kind of attack they will dish out, so you have to be ready and focused. In this fight, I try to go as close as possible to one of the high balustrades as I do here, and then I dash behind one of the saws. I find this a better option than dodging the spinning blades head on and risking death. Speaking of dodging, do just that at all times, especially since you are now up against 2 saws.
Fire the laser!
Every chance you get, and never stop dodging or let go of the fire button, and with a bit of luck, they will go down once you take half their health.
What?
目標超大型兵器発見
Oh great. The moment you gain control, get ready to evade the incoming saws as they try to flatten 2B. You can get in a few melee hits, but don't stress too much about that if there's too much happening and you get overwhelmed. After all, nothing else matters if you get hit. Damage from pot fire should be the primary method of damage, coupled with laser blasts when you can get them. Always remember, the solid purple balls cannot be destroyed by pot fire. After all this work, death by purple flying testicle is not on the list. Oof, that was a close one. You can see that the ball touched 2B, but thanks to the dodge, she escaped death. When Samurai goes down, just run. And keep running. At this point, hug the wall to the left and the saw cannot reach you. Keep firing. Same strategy. Hug wall, get in a few melee hits, keep firing.
9S のブラックボックス反応検知通信応答なし
救助する。司令部への応援要請。
This Stubby is always a problem for me. He gets stuck in that corner and he can hit you when you try to get past. Be very careful. As you dash past, make use of that evade button. Once through, don't bother killing him. Just keep going. Carefully shoot the tin can and climb the ladder. The strategy here is the same as before. Try to get them bunched together so you can see and blast them together. Some armored ones are mixed in as well, and you'll have to use the heavy attack to break their shields. If possible, try to finish off the regular ones first so that you have fewer to worry about. Never let your guard down. Here is the final test. This last section is very doable, but a particular attack by this enemy has given me trouble many times. First off, immediately try to get behind and start shooting him in the arse. That way you will avoid his arm swipes, but do watch out for the rockets coming from above. As you see, I never stop tapping evade. At this stage, I am not taking any risks. Just focus on shooting and dodging. Don't worry about anything else. This is the dangerous attack that I mentioned. It is very sudden, and I died multiple times to it across many playthroughs. You don't want that to happen to you. You are almost there. I know I've been saying this since forever, but this time, I mean it. So when you see this attack, immediately go up or down, never forwards or backwards. After taking half of its life bar, this happens. Immediately move to the left to avoid its red beam and continue to fire and continue to dodge. Once you have his arm, hit him with your light attack or square. Beware, he can still swing his other arm, so keep evading. Congratulations! You have made it to the bunker on the hardest difficulty without being hit once. Glory to booty kind.
いい加減壊れろ！すべての存在は滅びるようにデザインされている。生と死を繰り返す螺旋に私たちは囚われ続けている。これは呪いか、それとも罰か。不可解なパズルを渡した神にいつか私たちは弓を引くのだろうか。
こちら司令部、夜派部隊応答してください。こちら 2B、 前期無事に成層圏を突破。自動航行システムに問題なし。こちらオペレーター6を前期反応確認しました。現在対目標50キロ地点を通過。敵防空圏内に突入後、マニュアル攻撃形態に移行し、目標の大型兵器の破壊と情報の収集に当たってください。了解。12H ロスト、前期マニュアルモード起動。目視で回避。
すでに起動。移動操作可能。
長距離レーザー発射点を確認。11B ロスト、装備 HO229 のキャンセラー効果なし。
前方に敵機確認。
火器使用を申請。火器使用の許可をします。セブンロスト。ワーキングロスト。規定により当機 2B が隊長任務を継承。周囲に敵機多数確認。機動形態への許可を申請。機動形態への移行を許可します。ロスト。2B よりオペレーター6を当機以外の機体は全てロストした。作戦の遂行に支障が予想される。指示をオペレーターより 2B 現地担当の 9S と合流し 飛型情報を入手してください。了解。
通信システムの FSCAU が軍距離で回るハイテクシークス近距離攻撃装備起動。敵反応多数確認。
見ればわかるよ。
敵の破壊を確認。
いや、これが目標大型兵器。
否定。当該敵は目標ではない。速やかな排除を接し。
簡単に言う。
通信開ポッドプログラムのダウンロード終了。
ちゃんと死んだのを確認しないと危ないですよ。2B さんですね。僕は 9S です。あなたのサポートをするように 指令を受けています。
了解。
この大きなノコギリが目標の超大型兵器ですか？
違う、単なる防衛装置みたい。
じゃあ目標を探す必要がありますね。僕は飛行ユニットがありますから外から見て回ります。
分かった。私は内部を中心に調べてみる。
2B さん、
何？
事前に調査しておいたマップデータを転送しておきますね。
了解。扉の解除。
不可能。本エリアの敵が妨害電波を出している。
めんどくさい。
嬉しいです。
何？
僕たちスキャナータイプは単独での現地の事前調査が主です。だから誰かと一緒に行動できるって楽しいんです。
感情を持つことが禁止されている。
あ、すみません。
それと3をつけなくていい。
え？
私の名前に継承は必要ない。
わかりました。2B。 こは昔人類の兵器工場だったらしいですよ。今ではすっかり機械生命体だらけですが、敵はこの工場を再利用して機械生命体を増産しているようです。
全滅させないと無限に湧いてくるってことか。
ブロック43から2機材移動中。作業間数は24万
何？
旧世界のデータを使って適当なことを喋ってるんです。機械生命体のやることに意味なんかないですよ。
機材移動中。両部中継お疲れ様でした。その喜びを感じてください。
分かってる。一通り工場を探索したけど目標らしき兵器は発見できず。
もしかしたら別の場所に移動しちゃったかもしれませんね。
あれは？
ああ、鳥ですか。環境の変化があったのか、動物や植物は旧世界の時よりも増えているみたいですね。その橋の先に別の施設があるはずです。ちょっと遠いですが移動してみましょうか。しかし司令部が敵兵器の予測位置を間違えるなんて珍しいですね。
いや、どうかな。
2B。 状況は？
これが目標の超大型兵器。破壊する。
援護します。
警告。敵兵器による下方向からの攻撃。推奨回避。
ハッキング開始します。ブースト。
9S。
9S のブラックボックス反応検知。通信応答なし。
救助する。司令部への応援要請。
妨害電波によって通信は不可能。今から修復する。ポット、止血シェルと論理ウイルスワクチン、それと 非推奨。当該 9S のバイタル低下はこの場での応急
うるさい。いいから出して。
2B 言って
黙って。
僕たちは兵士です。その戦いに誇りを。
装備 HO229 コマンド677受諾。
使用者を 9S から 2B に権限移譲。 2B の承認を求む。
お願い。
分かった。
いいから黙って。
敵機体の上腕部のコントロール奪取完了。弱点部分をマークしました。
了解。制御システムを奪う。
了解。敵サブユニット侵入。挙動テーブル変更終了。姿勢制御バーニアコントロール。敵兵器の従属化を完了。
加減壊れろ。
すごく強引な戦い方ですね。 2B は
本部に救援要請を。
いや、その必要はないみたいです。
そんな。
なかなかうまくはいかないみたいですね。準備はできました。ブラックボックスを。
分かった。
申請。ブラックボックス反応による敵大型兵器の殲滅。
編成を許可します。
2B、 あなたと共に戦えて光栄でした。
私もだ。